So how was it? Don't spare any details. Yes, we've been waiting for you to tell us all about it.
Oh, well, I'll be glad to, but I want to share it with all the listeners, too.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, it's not every day you meet a long-lost relative.
That is true. My family definitely had one of the best Easter gatherings ever, and I'm going to share one heck of a story.
Okay, then let's get going.
Right. Alex the computer, can you please start today's show?
Welcome, listeners, to Ishvan's Imaginary Podcast. Today's show starts in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's a podcast. Another podcast. Ishvan's Imaginary Podcast. Ishvan's Imaginary Podcast. Ishvan's Imaginary Podcast.
All right, take it away. Tell us a story.
Wait a second. Let me say hello first to everyone tuning in. Hi, you guys. And I'd like to maybe tell the story in the second half of the show.
Oh, come on, no fair.
Well, I thought we should lead off with your segment.
Oh, well, yes. Not a bad idea. Give the people what they want. Yeah, now that you mention it, get those ratings up, okay? You twisted our arm. Because, guys, you are joining us on a great day. That's right. Because if you are listening on its day of release, then it is Monday, April 28th, and that means it is National Superhero Day. Think about all those superheroes you loved or still love, like Superman, Thor, or Iron Man. Those heroes are all from Marvel Comics, the creators of the Fantastic Four, and the founders of this super holiday. But Marvel superheroes aren't the only ones out there. If you're a fan of Batman, Wonder Woman, or Superman, they were created by DC Comics, and they are celebrated on this day too. As for real-life superheroes, National Superhero Day also recognizes those who we look up to every day. No matter if they wear masks, capes, scrubs, or uniforms, everyone has someone they think of as a superhero. Here are a few cool ways to celebrate National Superhero Day.
1.
Throw a cosplay party.
Halloween is still months away, but cosplay can happen anytime, and no time is better than National Superhero Day. So, invite some friends to come over as their favorites. A dinner with Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, and Peter Parker, wink wink, sounds pretty cool to me.
2.
Have a superhero film festival.
Even if you've never wanted to don a cape and save the day, it's awesome to watch other people do it. So celebrate National Superhero Day by streaming films like Iron Man, Avengers, or even Guardians of the Galaxy. Just make sure you have plenty of candy, popcorn, and maybe pizza on hand for me and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
3.
Honor your own real-life superheroes.
What makes a superhero? Usually it's an attribute of having superpowers. But don't let that stop you from taking the day to thank your own hero. You can thank an entire group like firefighters, or honor just one person who has demonstrated fairness, courage, and compassion. Superheroes come in all colors, genders, persuasions, and incarnations. So make sure you're celebrating your favorite heroes today, or devising your very own superhero persona that will be added to the long list of legends celebrated on this extra special day. Back to you, Ishvan.
Excellent work, gentlemen. And as always, your segment has brought a song to mind. Alex, can you please play my super tune, Fun to Pretend?
Absolutely. Here is Fun to Pretend, from Ishvan's album Sweet.
What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be? In the morning when no one's awake, I disappear and put on my cape. And when they get up, my family can see that I'm a superhero as brave as can found. Something's crawling down on the ground. I hear it purring, cleaning up its fur, and my sister's making all kinds of kitty cat sounds. What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be? To pretend to be. What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun? I'd like to be a pirate, I think. Sail the oceans and the ships I sink. And then I'll measure all the buried treasure, looking like $1,000,000, and boy do I stink. What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun to pretend to be? What's fun for you and me? What's fun to pretend to be?
Thank you, Alex. Okay, guys,
Yeah? Yes?
it's story time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Me too.
Jeez, nice memory.
Sorry. Okay, how was the big day?
Okay, guys, this is a serious story about my family. When I was little, I was raised with my younger brother and basically my two cousins who were with us all the time. In particular, my cousin Renee. She lived with us most of the time. And we were all around the same ages. So it was me, my brother Joe, my cousin Amy, and my cousin Renee. And we were all together constantly and went to the same school, went to the pool almost every day when we were little kids. And as it turns out, and we found this out, I don't know, this was years ago, and I kind of knew about it, but I didn't give it a whole lot of thought because I never really thought it was going to amount to anything. There was another cousin to me, a sister to Renee, who was born first, the first one of all of us, of our little group. And she was, as it turns out, put up for adoption. Again, I kind of knew about this when I was older, but I didn't think about it too much because it's just like I just assumed I was never ever going to meet this person. So why would I give it all that much thought? Because it would kind of maybe make you feel sad, like you wish that you knew the person and all that. Well, my cousin Renee had looked for this sibling and for years with no luck. And that didn't surprise me. But Renee really, really tried, and she was really sad because she never had success finding this person. As it turns out, this other person had done the same thing, but was looking for her birth mother, my aunt. And she had no luck. Now, if anybody out there is aware of the organization 23andMe, if you guys have ever done that yourself, wanted to know about your family history, your heritage, any sort of like anything, if you guys had questions that you wanted answered, whatever, you know what that's all about. And I guess it's closing. I don't even know what's happening with all of that, but I guess they're encouraging you maybe to close down your profile, whatever. My other cousin Amy had gone on there to do that very thing. And as she did, she saw a match that she wasn't familiar with. And it was closer in DNA or whatever as our other cousins. And so she figured this must be the long-lost cousin, Renee's long-lost sister. And as it turns out, it was. So she contacted her and spoke to her, was just wondering all the things that you would wonder. My biggest question was just, did the person know? Was the person upset about the situation? Any of those things. But as it turns out, this person was very positive, had been looking, and so Amy, my cousin, invited her to our Easter celebration this year. So everybody was very excited, and I went. And if you want, you guys, you can actually see a little feature on in Chicago on Channel 5 News. They did a little feature, a human interest story on them. You get to see where my cousin Renee and Sandy, as it turns out, met one another. So here's the thing. Went to Easter. It was a lovely day. Everybody was there, and it was very, very exciting. Sandy had brought all these pictures from when she was little, and it is remarkable how much she looks like my cousin Renee. It is crazy. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. And this is the thing. She would have been right there with us growing up, and I always wanted like an older brother, actually, when I was a kid. But if I had an older female cousin, it would have been so wonderful. But now I do. Now I do. And so she was talking to everybody. She obviously was the star of the gathering, and she sat down next to me, and I was nervous. But she was very, very sweet. And I asked her those questions. I didn't want to press her. I wasn't sure what was appropriate or what wouldn't be appropriate. But I asked her, did you know? Did your adoptive parents let you know that you were adopted? Did they tell you? And she said yes. But there were other things in the family that she was told about my Auntie Cheryl, her mom, that were incorrect. And later, when she was older, she found out that my aunt was still alive, still around. That's why she started looking for her. So they met. I wasn't there for that, but she met her for the very first time. It was all very intense, mind-blowing, quite honestly. But she knew about this stuff, and she was excited to meet people. She wanted to know, obviously, where she came from. So many questions were answered for her, and now it looks like, we're going to have a relationship with this person. And I don't know. It was just a magic Easter for all of us, and very, very exciting. So again, if you guys want, you can check this out on Channel 5. I'm sure if you went on their website, you might be able to find it. Her name is Sandy. My cousin's name is Renee. And you can see these two sisters that were reunited for the first time in their entire lives. So our Easter, you guys, was the most unique and special Easter we have ever experienced. It's always been Evie's favorite. And again, if you guys check my Instagram, I do have a photo, I believe, of those two. And then I'll post the photo maybe tomorrow of the whole family. There was a big family photo at the end, and you see me and Sandy doing the exact same silly ham it up smile, which I'm like, oh, wow, we really are related to one another. It was amazing. But it was beautiful. And again, I hope you guys had a beautiful Easter. I kind of want to end today's show on this note because it's so unique and so special and something that I wanted to share with you guys. So until next time, in 2 weeks' time, I hope you'll meet us right back here. But until then, I am Ishvan.
Wow, I am Toby. That was awesome.
I'm Alex the computer.
And I'm the leprechaun. That was beautiful. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi guys, it's Ishvan,
And Toby.
and we want to thank everyone for listening to the show.
Yeah, and we also want to remind everyone to help us keep the show commercial-free by going to Ishvan's Venmo virtual tip jar at Ishvan Songs.
Yeah, that's ISTVANSONGS, and leave a much appreciated tip, big or small, to keep the podcast going into the new year.
Yeah, because we love making this show, and every little bit helps.
Again, that's at Ishvan Songs via Venmo. Thanks, you guys, from all of us at Ishvan's Imaginary Podcast.
Bye, you guys.